Are you or a loved one suffering from those painful leg cramps that strike without warning? Those sudden, intense spasms that wake you up at night or stop you in your tracks during the day can be more than just an inconvenience. They're robbing you of your independence and quality of life. What if I told you there are simple natural solutions you could start using today that could bring immediate relief and prevent these painful episodes? Most doctors won't tell you this, but leg cramps aren't something you have to just live with as you age. In fact, they're often your body's desperate cry for help, signaling deficiencies and imbalances that can be corrected naturally. I've helped thousands of seniors get back on their feet confidently, and today I'm sharing my top 6 solutions that have transformed lives. Solution number 4 is particularly powerful. Many of my clients saw results in just 72 hours. Before we dive into these game-changing remedies, take a moment to hit that subscribe button and notification bell. I share new, life-changing health tips for seniors every week, and you don't want to miss my upcoming video on improving circulation naturally. Also, give this video a thumbs up to help other seniors find this crucial information. It could be the difference between someone spending another night in agony or finally getting relief. 1. Understanding the root causes of leg cramps. Many people mistakenly believe that leg cramps are just an inevitable part of aging, but that's simply not true. What's really happening is a complex interplay of nutritional deficiencies, dehydration, circulation issues, and medication side effects that create the perfect storm for these painful spasms. Understanding these root causes is your first step toward finding lasting relief, not just temporary fixes that mask the symptoms. When you know what's actually triggering your cramps, you can target the problem directly instead of just managing the pain. Dehydration is one of the most overlooked culprits behind those middle-of-the-night leg cramps that jolt you awake. As we age, our sense of thirst naturally diminishes, making it easier to become dehydrated without even realizing it. This dehydration creates an electrolyte imbalance that directly affects your muscle function, particularly in your legs. Many seniors I've worked with were shocked to discover they were chronically dehydrated despite thinking they drank enough water. One 72-year-old client, Margaret, reduced her cramps by 80% simply by increasing her water intake to half her body weight in ounces daily and adding a pinch of natural sea salt to maintain proper electrolyte balance. Certain medications commonly prescribed to older adults can dramatically increase your risk of experiencing leg cramps. Statins for cholesterol, diuretics for blood pressure, and even some asthma medications can deplete your body of essential minerals and affect muscle function. This doesn't mean you should stop taking prescribed medications, but it does mean you need to be proactive about counteracting these side effects. Working with a healthcare provider who understands these connections is crucial. They can help adjust dosages, timing, or recommend specific supplements to offset the mineral depletion that leads to those painful spasms. Poor circulation is another key factor that many people overlook when dealing with leg cramps. As we age, our blood vessels naturally lose some of their elasticity, and this can significantly impact blood flow to the extremities, especially the legs. When your muscles don't receive adequate oxygen and nutrients, they're much more likely to seize up and cramp. This is why cramps often worsen when you're inactive for long periods, like during sleep or long car rides. Improving your circulation isn't just about preventing cramps. It's about enhancing your overall health and longevity. But before we explore circulation solutions, let's look at a critical mineral deficiency that might be triggering your leg cramps right now. 2. The magnesium miracle for muscle relief. Magnesium might be the single most important mineral for preventing those painful leg cramps that wake you up at night or strike during your daily activities. This essential mineral acts as a natural muscle relaxant, regulating muscle contractions and nerve function throughout your body. Unfortunately, studies show that over 80% of seniors are deficient in magnesium, and this deficiency directly correlates with the frequency and severity of leg cramps. What makes this particularly troubling is that standard blood tests often miss magnesium deficiencies because only 1% of your body's magnesium is stored in your blood. The rest is in your bones and soft tissues. The modern diet is sadly lacking in this vital mineral compared to diets from just 100 years ago. Soil depletion, food processing, and even the medications many seniors take can further deplete your magnesium levels. Foods like dark leafy greens, pumpkin seeds, almonds, and dark chocolate are excellent natural sources of magnesium, but many people find it difficult to get enough through diet alone. I recommend my clients incorporate at least one magnesium-rich food into each meal. For instance, add a handful of spinach to your morning eggs, sprinkle pumpkin seeds on your lunchtime salad, and include a square of dark chocolate, at least 70% cacao, as a healthy after-dinner treat. When it comes to magnesium supplements, not all forms are created equal. Magnesium oxide, the most common and cheapest form found in stores, is poorly absorbed by your body. Sometimes as little as 4% makes it into your system. Instead, look for magnesium glycinate, magnesium malate, or magnesium citrate, which are much more bioavailable forms that your body can actually use. Starting with 200 to 300 milligrams daily and gradually increasing to 400 to 600 milligrams can make a dramatic difference in leg cramp frequency. One of my clients, Robert, who had suffered from debilitating nighttime leg cramps for years, found complete relief within 2 weeks of starting a high-quality magnesium glycinate supplement, taken about an hour before bedtime. Another wonderful way to increase magnesium absorption is through transdermal application, simply applying it directly to your skin where it can bypass the digestive system entirely. Magnesium oil sprays or magnesium chloride flakes added to a warm foot bath can provide rapid relief during an acute cramp episode, while also helping to prevent future occurrences. Many of my clients keep a small spray bottle of magnesium oil on their nightstand to apply directly to cramping muscles for almost immediate relief. The tingling sensation you might feel is completely normal and actually indicates areas where your body needs magnesium most. But magnesium isn't the only mineral your muscles desperately need. Let's look at another critical element that works hand in hand with magnesium. 3. Potassium-rich foods to strengthen muscle function. Potassium works in perfect harmony with magnesium to maintain proper muscle function and prevent those painful leg cramps that can strike at any moment. This essential mineral helps regulate fluid balance within your muscle cells and facilitates proper nerve signaling, which directly affects how your muscles contract and relax. When your potassium levels drop too low, something that happens more easily as we age, your muscles become hypersensitive, leading to those sudden, intense cramps that can leave you in agony. What many people don't realize is that potassium needs increase with age, yet many seniors actually reduce their intake due to dietary changes or misguided health advice. Bananas are often touted as the go-to potassium source, but they're actually not the most potent option available to you. Many other foods contain significantly higher levels of this cramp-fighting mineral. Avocados, for instance, contain nearly twice the potassium of bananas, while white beans, spinach, sweet potatoes, and coconut water are all exceptional sources. One of my clients, Helen, who suffered from nightly leg cramps, created what she calls her anti-cramp smoothie, blending coconut water, half an avocado, a handful of spinach, and a few berries for sweetness. After drinking this potassium-packed beverage daily for just 1 week, her nighttime cramps completely disappeared. Certain medications commonly prescribed to seniors can dramatically deplete potassium levels, often without patients or even doctors making the connection to increased leg cramps. Diuretics for high blood pressure, certain antibiotics, and even some over-the-counter laxatives can cause significant potassium loss. If you're taking any of these medications and experiencing leg cramps, it's crucial to discuss this with your healthcare provider. They might recommend potassium supplements or suggest adjusting your medication regimen. Always work with a healthcare professional before starting potassium supplements, as too much can be just as problematic as too little, particularly for those with kidney issues or taking certain medications. The timing of your potassium intake can make a significant difference in preventing nighttime leg cramps, which tend to be the most painful and disruptive. Including potassium-rich foods in your evening meal or as a light snack before bed provides your muscles with this essential mineral during the hours when cramps are most likely to strike. Try having a small sweet potato with dinner or a quarter of an avocado with a little sea salt as an evening snack. The combination of potassium and the small amount of natural sodium in sea salt creates an electrolyte balance that helps maintain proper muscle function throughout the night. But proper hydration is equally important when it comes to preventing leg cramps, which brings us to our next critical solution. 4. Strategic hydration techniques for cramp prevention. Water is life, especially when it comes to preventing those excruciating leg cramps that can strike without warning. Proper hydration is essential for muscle function, as water helps transport the electrolytes that control muscle contractions throughout your body. What many seniors don't realize is that the thirst mechanism naturally weakens with age, meaning you might be severely dehydrated without even feeling thirsty. This silent dehydration is a leading cause of leg cramps, particularly those that strike in the middle of the night after hours without water intake. The good news is that strategic hydration can dramatically reduce or even eliminate these painful episodes. Simply drinking more water isn't always the complete answer. It's about how and when you hydrate that makes all the difference. Rather than trying to consume large amounts of water at once, which can be uncomfortable and lead to frequent nighttime bathroom trips, focus on consistent hydration throughout the day. Keep a water bottle nearby and take small sips every 15 to 20 minutes. A helpful approach is to divide your body weight in pounds by 2. That's roughly the number of ounces of water you should aim for daily. For example, if you weigh 160 pounds, aim for about 80 ounces of water throughout the day, tapering off in the evening to minimize nighttime bathroom visits. Adding natural electrolytes to your water significantly enhances hydration and cramp prevention compared to plain water alone. A simple homemade electrolyte drink can be made by adding a pinch of sea salt for sodium, a squeeze of lemon or lime for potassium, and a teaspoon of honey or maple syrup for easily absorbed carbohydrates that help your body utilize the electrolytes. This balanced approach ensures that the water you drink actually makes it into your muscle cells where it's needed most. One of my clients, Thomas, who had suffered from debilitating leg cramps for years, found complete relief within days of implementing this strategic hydration technique. He now keeps a pitcher of electrolyte water in his refrigerator at all times. The timing of your hydration is just as crucial as the amount and type of fluids you consume. While it's important to stay consistently hydrated throughout the day, being strategic about your evening fluid intake can help prevent nighttime cramps without causing excessive bathroom trips that disrupt your sleep. Try front-loading your hydration, consuming about 2/3 of your daily water intake before 5 p.m. Then have your last significant drink about 2 hours before bedtime, just enough to ensure you're well hydrated during those critical overnight hours when leg cramps are most likely to occur. But hydration is just one piece of the puzzle. Movement plays an equally important role in preventing painful cramps, which brings us to our next solution. 5. Simple daily movements to improve circulation. Regular, gentle movement throughout the day is one of the most effective yet overlooked solutions for preventing painful leg cramps, especially for seniors. When you sit still for extended periods, blood circulation to your leg muscles decreases dramatically, creating the perfect conditions for cramps to develop. This reduced blood flow means less oxygen and fewer nutrients reach your muscles, while waste products build up, a recipe for those painful spasms that can strike without warning. The good news is that you don't need intense exercise or complicated routines to make a significant difference in your circulation and cramp frequency. Simple ankle pumps and circles can be done anywhere, even while sitting watching television or reading a book. Simply lift your feet off the ground and rotate your ankles in circles, 10 clockwise and 10 counterclockwise, followed by pointing and flexing your feet 10 times. Doing this simple movement sequence every hour can dramatically improve circulation to your lower legs and feet, where cramps often originate. One of my clients, Barbara, who experienced frequent calf cramps during the night, started setting a gentle hourly reminder on her phone to do these movements. Within just 1 week, she reported her nighttime cramps had decreased by nearly 70%, and after 2 weeks, they had disappeared completely. Walking is perhaps the single most effective movement for improving overall circulation and preventing leg cramps. But the way you walk matters significantly. Rather than long, infrequent walks that can actually trigger cramps in deconditioned muscles, aim for multiple short walks throughout the day. Even just 5 to 10 minutes of gentle walking every couple of hours provides tremendous circulatory benefits without overtaxing your system. The rhythmic contraction and relaxation of your leg muscles during walking acts as a natural pump, helping return blood from your extremities to your heart and preventing the stagnation that often leads to cramping. For those with mobility issues, seated marching, simply lifting your knees up and down while sitting, can provide similar benefits. Gentle stretching before bed can work wonders for preventing those middle-of-the-night leg cramps that jolt you awake in pain. Focus particularly on your calf muscles, which are among the most common sites for nighttime cramping. A simple and effective stretch involves standing arm's length from a wall, placing your hands on the wall, and stepping one foot back with the heel down. Gently lean forward until you feel a stretch in your calf. Hold for 30 seconds, and then switch sides. Repeating this stretch 3 times on each leg before bed has helped countless seniors enjoy cramp-free sleep. But movement alone isn't enough. Certain inflammatory foods can trigger cramps regardless of how much you move, which brings us to our next crucial solution. 6. Anti-inflammatory diet choices that prevent cramps. Inflammation is a hidden trigger for leg cramps that most people, and even many doctors, completely overlook. When your body is in an inflammatory state, your muscles become more sensitive and prone to spasms and contractions. Certain foods in the modern diet actively promote this inflammation, essentially setting the stage for painful cramping episodes. Making strategic dietary shifts to reduce inflammation can have a profound impact on the frequency and severity of leg cramps, often bringing relief when other approaches have failed. Many of my clients are shocked to discover how quickly their cramps improve once they address the inflammatory foods in their diet. Refined sugars and processed carbohydrates are among the worst offenders when it comes to triggering inflammation that can lead to leg cramps. These foods cause rapid spikes in blood sugar, which initiates an inflammatory cascade throughout your body and depletes essential minerals needed for proper muscle function. Replacing these inflammatory foods with complex carbohydrates like sweet potatoes, quinoa, and legumes provides steady energy without the inflammatory response. One client, Martha, who had suffered from severe leg cramps for over a decade, eliminated refined carbohydrates and sugar for just 2 weeks as an experiment. She was astounded when her cramps, which had been a nightly occurrence, completely disappeared by the 10th day. Omega-3 fatty acids found in fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel are powerful natural anti-inflammatories that can significantly reduce muscle cramping. These beneficial fats help regulate the inflammatory response in your body and improve cell membrane function in your muscles, allowing for better nutrient absorption and waste removal. Aim to include fatty fish in your diet at least twice weekly, or consider a high-quality fish oil supplement if you don't regularly consume these foods. For vegetarians, flax seeds, chia seeds, and walnuts provide plant-based omega-3s, though they're not quite as potent as those from marine sources. Many seniors find that increasing their omega-3 intake is one of the most effective dietary changes for reducing stubborn leg cramps. Colorful fruits and vegetables contain powerful antioxidants that combat the oxidative stress that contributes to muscle cramping. Berries, cherries, pomegranates, and dark leafy greens are particularly beneficial, as they contain compounds that directly reduce inflammation and support proper muscle function. A simple approach is to eat the rainbow, ensuring your plate contains a variety of colored fruits and vegetables at each meal. This not only reduces inflammation, but also provides many of the essential vitamins and minerals your muscles need to function properly. One particularly effective strategy is to enjoy tart cherry juice before bed. Its natural anti-inflammatory properties and melatonin content not only help prevent cramps, but also improve sleep quality, giving you a double benefit during those crucial nighttime hours when cramps most commonly strike. Now that you've discovered these powerful natural solutions for leg cramps, it's time to put this knowledge into action. Start by implementing just 1 or 2 strategies this week. Perhaps begin with increasing your magnesium intake and adding those simple hourly ankle movements. Remember, consistency is key when it comes to preventing leg cramps naturally. These solutions work synergistically, creating a comprehensive approach that addresses the root causes of your pain rather than just masking symptoms. Imagine how it would feel to go weeks or even months without experiencing those debilitating cramps that have been limiting your life. Your body has an amazing ability to heal and rebalance itself when given the right tools. The strategies we've covered today, from strategic hydration and mineral-rich foods to gentle movement and anti-inflammatory choices, provide exactly what your body needs to prevent those painful muscle spasms. Don't wait for another excruciating cramp to strike before taking action. Which of these solutions will you try first? Have you already found success with any natural remedies for leg cramps? Share your experience in the comments below. Your insights might be exactly what another viewer needs to hear. If you found this information helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more practical health tips designed specifically for seniors. Turn on notifications so you don't miss my upcoming video on natural ways to improve circulation, a perfect companion to today's strategies. And remember, small, consistent changes can lead to dramatic improvements in your quality of life. Here's to cramp-free days and peaceful nights ahead. Until next time, take care of yourself and keep moving forward on your journey to vibrant health at any age.